5 is going to happen to you. It's got to be feel
Should
good.
I be holding all these, or am I okay?
No, you should
okay.
be.
You're okay. Okay. Yeah, I am a huge fan of employment, as I've always said, and so I just feel really grateful that I've been on the show since I was in college. I worked at my senior year, and now I'm approaching 30. It's weird. I'll be 28 in October, and so it's weird I'm still 16, but I'm very grateful to still be 16, metaphorically, literally. Yeah, is what I say about that. So it's weird that the ride keeps going. This is the last ride. I've been grateful to be part of it.
So in the panel you mentioned Lydia's finally being romantically independent, but in order to get there, she's experienced some very serious loss. She's been abandoned, and the other one died. How are you bringing that in, or are you doing it?
Yeah, I mean, I think the main theme with Lydia this season is trying to help people, because she, of course, is a perfectionist and everything she does is just helping perfectly in that situation. I think that the main reason she feels the need to do that is because she couldn't fix the past, and the fact that she got there a day late at the dollar store for Allison. She knew when she was surrounded by the Onies that there was something that she needed to do. Like, she had to put the pieces together. She's like, what are you guys doing here? You're not giving me, you're giving them. Scott and Styles come together. And so I feel like that's what she's trying to make up for last season. So she, that comes from a sense of abandonment and loneliness, but she uses that in the sense that she just couldn't help. She doesn't feel the abandonment, but she feels like it's her fault because she's abandoned. If that makes sense, because she couldn't help those other people. And so Allison's a recurring theme throughout the season of Lydia's motivation in trying to fix the problems that she at least can currently fix. But that helps. I think Aiden did a number on her, so she passing away right in front of the face, and so she's taking a break this season, rightfully so. Yeah.
So how long do you think the show can go? I mean, 5 seasons. Do you think it can go another 2 or 3 more? Or?
I don't know. We are the last to know as actors. I was like, maybe the movie stars get a heads up, but we do not. I heard rumors of season 6, but when I say rumors, I mean so distant. We are not like a Charlie Sheen show. We're not getting 100 episodes pre-ordered, and so it's a ride every year. We just don't know. Yeah, so we heard like truly strong rumors that were unofficial in the last couple of weeks. But even until you get your letter in the mail or emailed to your agent, you're technically not invited until you get that letter legally. And so it's funny because my team will go, the Holland, we'll get the letter in and then we'll move forward. I'm like, well, we're going to get the letter. He's like, no, we're going to wait for the letter and then we're going to move forward. So until you get that letter, it's not official.
What's interesting is how viewing habits have changed drastically. And now, I mean, Teen Wolf is on Amazon Prime now too, and people are watching it that way. There's so many avenues to keep the show going.
Right.
That I think it bears well for your longevity rather than cutting a show.
Right. We've had an amazing run with MGM and the international deal that they've cut for us, and it's funny because I've always said we had like a Dennis Kucinich, that politician who wasn't invited to the Democratic convention. He like YouTubed it outside. He's like, well, outside, I wasn't invited, but he's like gaining fans one by one, and that's how I felt. That was my like original joke about Teen Wolf. We were gaining fans one by one, having to convince people, of the opposite, that were like, no, don't hate us, love us. And so it wasn't even from a neutral stance that we were having to gain fans. So to go to Europe now and see it's weird. Like, we were in a small Italian town and it was raining, so we were stuck in a hotel, and like the staff's lining up for photos, and we're like, this is light, this is weird, it's just weird. It's amazing because that's a way of showing that they love what we do for a living and we love what we do for a living. So from that, it's great. I'm so grateful, but it's weird.
Social media too, you guys are.
I try to be. I mean, I always try and mix it up. I think that just Teen Wolf trivia it gets a little two-dimensional. So I always try and retweet all my funny comedians who do other things for a living that live in like Austin, Texas, and I think they're really funny. So maybe other people think they're really funny, and use it as a platform for that. You know, to just cool stuff to check out, kind of thing. No other questions?
Oh, I have lots of questions.
No, you're
I was
good.
just trying to like.
You're good.
One of my best friends says that her favorite thing about Lydia is that her screaming is her power, not her weakness. That the horror movie scream is a good thing or a bad thing.
Last question.
Got it.
All right, thank you.
What do you think about that?
That the scream is a good thing, not a bad thing.
Since the horror movie scream, like the girl horror movie scream, is one of the oldest tropes in Hollywood, and you thought it was empowerment rather than.
I mean, it's certainly an empowerment in this situation because that's her power, and she's trying to use it obviously for the best of the good that she can pull out of that. No pun intended, scream. But it's funny. I mean, the louder I scream, the stronger you feel the urge of the death. Like I always try to correlate it that way. But as far as the image of the woman's scream in cinema, it's bittersweet actually because it's, if you want to like look into the feminism behind that, sure. Pornography says the same thing these days. Like the third wave feminism, we're like, but that's empowering women that want to be a part of the adult entertainment industry. So you can actually look at it whatever way is anybody's fancy. In my opinion, I think it can be. The horror movie scream is a bit of a cliche, maybe in a fun, reminiscent, nostalgic way. But I'm glad that at least my scream is connected to the power versus the victimization of it. Yeah. I'm nostalgic for the woman's scream, but ultimately it doesn't come from a great place. It's like the victimization. Yeah. Good.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.